CEO Ronald from Creating the Difference. We're going to talk about urethane and urethane that's really reactive. So effectively, this is a traditional old school urethane ball. It actually is Bill's ball. It's Bill's hammer. Bill's hammer actually is going to scan roughly about 4,500 to 5,000. Now this right here is a pitch purple, which is, they call it urethane, but really it's a mild reactive ball. And the reason why I say that is because these bowling balls have the ability to absorb oil, and they perform more like reactive, less like urethane, but they're not technically a performance reactive ball. But this bowling ball also is going to scan close to that same number, so 5,000. So they're effectively very, very close in terms of surface. And we're going to throw these bowling balls to compare how true conventional urethane that doesn't have any sort of oil absorption or plasticizer in it will perform. And then a bowling ball that has plasticizer in it has a little bit of reactivity to it, but I would consider this ball to be a reactive ball, but nonetheless a weaker reactive ball, not like one of these balls, which is definitely aggressive, or that ball, which is super aggressive. So definitely mild, but still what I would consider to be called reactive because it has plasticizer in it. So having plasticizer makes it reactive, like this ball, like that ball. This ball has no plasticizer in it, which is what makes it truly different. And also, if you were to bowl both of these bowling balls, this ball would be able to retain and maintain the surface a little bit better than this bowling ball because of its composition. But let's get some data. Go ahead, Destin. Go ahead and grab the Bill's Hooker Blue hammer. He's going to throw it down the lane. We're going to capture some data with Spectre just to kind of show you a little bit about the performance difference between what I'm going to call traditional, conventional urethane bowling balls and then the mild reactive slash pitch purple. So that did not capture, which is fine. We'll get it to capture this next go around and we'll throw another shot. Wiping off these bowling balls is critical because urethane pushes oil down the lane, actually pulls it from the front and pushes it down the lane, which is not necessarily a good thing. There are cases where that can be advantageous or useful. So there we go, we got a shot right there. So there's one shot right there. There's kind of his laydown, and his total hook is what we're gonna look at. So 12.6 boards. And we're gonna compare that now to the pitch purple, which is maybe a modern urethane. I'm still gonna call it a weaker reactive bowling ball because this bowling ball is it's meant to have the similar type shape as a conventional urethane, but it is stronger. You can watch the back end right there. See, definitely more back end reaction, and we'll kind of be able to take a peek at those shots. Those shots were fairly close, definitely linearly close, right? But that total hook is definitely not close. So you can see how the ball separated out, and you can see where they separated out in the back end of the lane. So they're fairly close, right? There's a little bit of separation there. They were throwing a little bit different line, but they're fairly close. They do kind of get even closer. But once they get to the back end of the lane, that mild reactive ball does what the mild reactive balls always do, and that is react very responsively to the friction. So you have a little bit more understanding of the difference between conventional urethane and what I'm going to call mild reactive urethane, if they want to call it that. But they definitely aren't the same in terms of performance, and at the end of the day, it depends on what you're bowling on. This bowling ball here is going to be better for lower rev rate bowlers, more house type conditions if you want to use a quote unquote type of urethane bowling ball. This bowling ball is going to be better for the higher rev rate bowlers, or the guys that are bowling on flatter patterns, tougher patterns, those kind of things. So they have a little bit more inside information about conventional urethane versus modern reactive, weaker reactive bowling balls, and what you can do when you should use what. If you have more questions and need more information, make sure you check us out at ctdbowling.com. Ronald Hickman, CEO from Creating the Difference. Have a great day.